the youth about the youth.
Who has taken their time to come and join the show tonight. This is Go Youth Podcast. I hope everyone is enjoying their Sunday, sitting from the comfort seat of their home. Yeah, today is Sunday, man. I hear a lot of people saying that, hey, man, it's a windy Sunday, and people are like, we want to know who is the guest for tonight. People are asking me a lot of questions. They're like, we want to hear the guy. You're saying the guy is a master class. We hope the guy can bring something into the table that people have never heard. Yes, yes, yes. We have our guest on the line. It's Mr. Klaas. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself to the house so that you can hear that tonight you have a man in the house, a powerhouse, man. I'm telling you. I hope people are getting ready to make sure that they have their pens and they have their notes so that they'll be able to take notes from the man who knows it all, a man who's been into it for a while. And I'm telling you, who I am talking about, let's bring Mr. Klaas on the screen so that he can introduce himself, who he is, where he come from. Good evening to you, say.
Good evening. No, thank you. Thank you for the great intro.
Good evening, sir.
Basically, thank you so much for the great intro. Yeah, no, my purpose really at the end of the day is to assist people to live at their authentic best. That is me. I don't even have to explain further than that. And the nice thing is that I've went through that journey myself. So tonight, regarding the topics, I'll be sharing how I've done it and how I'm still doing it. So at the end of the day, I want everything to be very practical. I want your viewers to go and have things that they can take and implement with immediate effect. So I'll give you a lot of examples from my own journey and my own understanding of what life is all about. And it's not as complicated as most people think it is, especially if you know who you are. That is the essence of life. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's what I like about you, Mr. Klaas, because you're giving people direction. People who don't know who they are, where they're coming from. We have a lot of people who are just living, but they don't have a direction. I hope that whatever that you'll be sharing tonight, whatever that you'll be sharing tonight, this evening, whoever is going to watch this show or is going to listen to this show, they are going to build themselves. Tonight, we are going to help people to restructure themselves. We're going to help people to build themselves. This is a powerhouse tonight. We have Mr. Klaas. Mr. Klaas, I'm giving you all the cables. Children, they want you to give them direction. They want you to give them light. They are lost. This is a channel for youth, where the youth need to learn from the master ones, the ones that have been into the market for a while. Mr. Klaas, here are your cables. Please talk to your children.
Okay, thank you so much. So today, to put everything into context, we'll look at key 4 areas. The first one will be the purpose versus a career. The second one will be love and money. I like this one. And the third one is how to reclaim yourself, the you, which is very important. I've already touched on that. And the last one, we'll talk about the challenges that are facing you viewers, especially the youth. I mean, the challenges that are out there, are real, and I'm not going to exaggerate on them and tell you that they are insurmountable or whatever, because I want you to live here with the mindset of that you can do. The moment you believe that something is heavy, it will be heavy. So the challenges are there, it is what it is, but we will see how to go about it and navigate them. So let's start with the purpose and career. If you listen to me, I did not tell you that I'm a podcaster, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also an author now. My book is coming out in a month or 2. I did not tell you those things. I told you that I'm here to assist people to reach their highest levels of authenticity. That is very important when you look at a purpose versus career. You know, all of us, and unfortunately we are still doing that, we were raised to be ready for careers. We were raised to be doctors. We were raised to be scientists. We were raised to be teachers, and that is great. Very, very, very good. We need all those things. We need it. But the question will always be, what is your purpose? And I know most people struggle with this one. You know, so to guide you, I'll use my own metaphors and what is my own purpose. But before I even start, I've got an example. This example was set by a pastor. He's an ex-colleague of mine who's a pastor now. We met 2 weeks ago at a funeral. And he said this to me. He said, MasterKlaas, you know, what you do is just a tool to do things aligned to who you are. I hope you understand that. Let me say it again. What you do is just a tool to do things aligned to who you are. So who you are is the first step.
Very powerful.
Very powerful. Exactly. It is the first step then. That is where most people struggle, because we were raised and socialized to success. All of us, we want success and we want it as fast as possible. All of us want to go to the best universities, and there's nothing wrong with it. However, we have to also be expansive, because I'm going to read you my purpose. And don't think that I got these things right. In fact, I only got these things right in the last 3 years, to be honest with you. My purpose before that was MasterKlaas. You are here to impact and get impacted. Listen how strong it is, isn't it? Impact and be impacted. But after I went through what I went through, here's my new purpose. And I've already read it for you in the beginning when I introduced myself. I'm here in this world to help people achieve their highest levels of authenticity through sharing my lifelong experiences and stories. That is my purpose. And I will tell you why I started there. Because out of this purpose, there comes about 6, 8, 9, 10 careers. Can you believe it? Look, my purpose is to share my experiences, né? Practically. But out of it, I can be a podcaster, can't I? And I am. I've just started. I'm a month-old podcaster. Out of it, I can be an author, can't I? Because that is another platform to share with the world, isn't it? I've written a book, as I told you, to be available a month to 2 from now. Out of it, I can be a YouTuber. Out of it, I can be a coach and a motivational. You know, the moment you really put down your purpose, you are not going to have just one career, my people, and your viewers there at the station. You are not going to have one career. You are going to have multiple things that you can do to achieve your purpose. You understand me? That is critical. That is very, very, very important. And my request on this point is that go back, sit down, and ask yourself who you are. Don't worry, I will assist you when I come to the next questions. Because even that pastor, when I'm rounding this question out, he said, in fact, he approached it at the end of what I've said. He said, MasterKlaas, I'm a marriage counselor. I'm a pastor. I'm a financial advisor. I'm an author. I'm a businessman, and other 3 titles. He said, because I found my purpose, MasterKlaas, if all these titles go tomorrow, I will still be abandoned. You know, because I found my purpose. So I want your viewers to understand that if you strive for titles, you will strive for the rest of your life. You know, out of things that the guy said, I mean, 1 or 2 of them can put bread on his table. And out of even my career that I'm starting now, for instance, my book alone can put bread on my table. But I'm doing podcasting, I'm doing YouTubing, I'm doing coaching, and all these were derived from my purpose. If I did not have that crystal clear purpose, I'll probably still be looking at one thing to do. So if you really want to be abundant, and I'll explain later what abundant means. I don't talk about success. The word success does not mean anything for me, because success is relative. What is success really? It is extremely individualistic. So for me, you'll hear me talking abundant. All right. Now let's go to a second one that I like, love and money. I like this one very much, and my problem with it is that
if I may ask a question before you...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I ask a question, Mr. Klaas, before you move to the second
yes.
one? You're talking about purpose versus career. Most of us know for sure that a career is whereby either you go to school to become a doctor, a scientist, an engineer, and one is asking a question: how does purpose? Why do you compare purpose and career?
All right. If ever I want to be a doctor, so my purpose will be this: I'm MasterKlaas. I want to assist the people of the world to be at their healthiest best. And I'm going to do it using this medium. You see, now you're not channeling yourself to one thing. That is your purpose of ensuring that people are at their healthiest best. You can go and study medicine and be the traditional doctor. But maybe you can write a book about diets or whatever. Again, it goes to that purpose of healthy living, isn't it? Maybe you can also go and do videos of fitness videos. You understand me? All of a sudden, being a doctor alone comes with other 4, 5, 6 things that are aligned to that. Because your purpose is broader. It is about keeping the nation or the world as healthy as possible. And for people to be healthy is not only on the medicine that you give them. It is how they live. It is about the other aspects. And you can touch on all of them after you have studied your medicine, after being a doctor. Yes.
Mr. Klaas, they say love alone is not enough.
Yes.
Love alone is not enough. Love needs to be supported by something. So some are saying that love needs money. There's no love without money. Because you can love me, but you need to take care of me. You can love me, but we still need to go out on dates. I need some clothes. We need to go out for entertainment, which means love without money is not there. The youth of today is saying that you need to be in a relationship with me. It's about what? Understanding.
Yeah. Unzame, baba. No, they are not wrong at all to have that mindset. And look, it is the way we are living the way we are living in the world of today. However, I'm going to explain 2 things about mindset. We've got what we call scarcity mindset and abundance mindset. Scarcity mindset is when you start from the leg. For instance, when you study to be a doctor, you are worried, you want to have money, lots of money, and hence you want to be a doctor. But you see, the problem is that you will keep on wanting and wanting and wanting, and then you become a doctor, say you make 100,000 a month. You will keep on pushing, you want 200,000, and then you make 200,000. You will keep on pushing, you want 500,000. There is never a stop because you've got a scarcity mindset. Abundance mindset is to say, look, I'm who I am. I know who I am. I attract all good things to me, and I'm going to do things that make me feel fulfilled. Things like money and those things will be the byproducts of what I'm doing. I mean, look at me where I'm standing right now. It's only a month that I've started. I've left a good paying corporate job as a senior manager to do what I'm doing. I never even thought about money, but I've got no doubt And you'll also, if you've got a faith like me, I've got no doubt that money won't be a problem in my life. I mean, I've already told you about maybe 4 or 5 things that I've started doing. You see, that is abundance mindset. You know, I haven't seen that money yet, but it is not even a single, I don't even consider it. You see, from a scarcity mindset, we think we are lacking. What we don't understand is that everything we need and want in life is already inside us. Why do you go to a relationship to look for money? Because you'll keep on chasing it. And then let's say you find me, go back 15,000, 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, you got 25,000. I guess. You want 25,000, you understand me? So, my advice, and this is what I've done, and I know I'm a little bit older. I've separated money and love. I've separated them all together because now I'm operating at abundant mindset. The only thing I need from love is something that I think people should be putting it as a priority. I'm going to ask you a question. How many people have ever connected with anyone? I'm talking about connection. I'm not talking about bonding. I'm not talking about intimacy, chemistry, compatibility, connection. Because look, connection is deeper. Connection can be created. Connection is very rare. And for those that will get it, it comes only once in a lifetime. So for me, I'll advise people to seek for them. They should forget about all other things because they are already abundant. You see, that is scarcity mindset. That is telling you that you need someone else to provide for you. You know, instead of saying, let's put myself in an abundance stage. And when I say abundance, I don't mean money. I mean all aspects of your life. You are so comfortable with all aspects of your life. The byproduct will be money, believe me. Abundant people are vibrating at that level that they will do things that will make them money. And not only money, lots of money. So imagine you are already abundant, say maybe let's say as a lady, and then you attract, because in love you don't chase, you attract. You attract an abundant man like you. Here are 2 people that are abundant in all aspects of their life. I mean, the connectivity will be magical. You see, that is why we are not getting strong love nowadays, because we are chasing other things that are already inside us. All of us, believe me. It does not matter, and I'll explain on the next point. It does not matter who you are or what you do. Let's say you are a carpenter. If you are a carpenter because it's your purpose, you know, you'll be top 10% carpenter in the whole world. Look, we used to think that people who cook, they don't make money. Look at Ramsey today. Ramsey is a multi-millionaire. You know, so if you follow your purpose, you see, that is a problem. We all want to be doctors. We all want to be scientists, etc. And whatever you do, it does not matter. If it is your purpose, you'll be vibrating at 100% level, and you'll be the top 10% of whatever you are doing in the whole world. And it will make you millions. You see, our problems, you are worried about money instead of worrying about really the things that are already inside us. Each and every person, and I like to say it this way, and it is in my second book that I'm writing. My metaphor is this. Each and every person was born top of the range. Yes. You can hear me? Okay. Each and every person was born. Yes.
The current relationship, what do we see now? Whether it's young people, whether it's old people, we see, for instance, let's say it's a couple staying together where the man is not working, not bringing any income into the house. We see some of them, they can cheat in order for them to bring income into the house. Now, in that kind of a scenario, it does not support the fact that love and money go together. 2, we see the youth of today. The youth of today, especially the ones that are learned or the ones that are skilled, they will tell you straight that I cannot be in a relationship with someone who's not on my level. I cannot be into a relationship with someone who's not on my level, someone who will not be able to bring any income into our relationship. I want to be into a relationship with someone who bring income, because the problem is that there are people that we are in relationship with them. At the end of the day, they make us our fathers, they make us our fathers, they make mothers. So they want to fully depend on us. They want us to do things that are supposed to be done by their parents. If I'm dating the person now, I must take care of the person financially, whether it's a lady, whether it's a guy. Don't you think the money is very much important into it?
Yeah, no, thank you. I got you. And that is the reality of today. We live in that world. That is a scarcity mindset at the end of the day. You see, it is a scarcity mindset that has got its own origins, maybe from even childhood. And my plea is that the young parents who are about to have children, they should really rethink of how they raise their children. And I'm going to touch it on the next point. You are right on the points that you have given, all of them. That is the reality. However, if you don't want to attract those kind of people, whether you are a lady or a guy, you will have to also look into yourself. You will have to, in a way, introspect deeper who you are. And once you discover fully who you are, you will be in a situation that you will vibrate at the level that you will attract the like-minded. So it is up to individuals to make those choices. If somebody youngish come to you and they want you to pay for their school fees and you do that, that is your choice.
Can you repeat that point? You said, can you repeat that point?
Okay.
Repeat that point, Mr. Klaas? Repeat that point.
Yeah, be specific.
When you said you will attract the minds of what? Repeat that.
The like-minded. In life,
you are saying,
we attract. Let me tell you.
Oh, the likes.
We are. Come again. Yes.
Yeah, please go through.
I'll continue. In life, we attract who we are, not what we want. So let's say I'm sitting here and I'm attracting those kind of people. Say in the last 20 years, I've been attracting them. The issue is not with them, it is with me. I'm at that vibrational level. So if I want to attract differently, I will have to raise the bar as a person. I will have to sort myself out and find out what about me that is attracting this kind of people. And look, I'm not saying people that are doing that are wrong or right. And I'm going to be honest with you and with your viewers. That's my style. And if somebody does not like what I'm saying, I'll give you a personal example. So I've been there myself. I've spent many, many years attracting that kind of ilk up until I sorted myself out. And, it happens so much that it surprises you. You see, all of a sudden, after you have worked yourself out, you see things in a different light. And even people that were around you will start losing the wrong one and attract the right ones across the board, whether our friends or everybody. And even relationships, you'll start attracting the kind of relationships that are vibrating in the same level as you. You see, that is where you discover yourself. And the biggest change you have to do, you see, our problem is that all of us, we believe that we have to make huge changes and we are fixated with success. The biggest change you have to do is to know who you are. That's all. And then from there, everything can come from there. You have to know who you are.
Is it possible? So as I hear what you're saying, Mr. Klaas, now, how should one reclaim themselves? Like, how to reclaim themselves? How should one reclaim themselves to be themselves? Because I'm of view that based on what you are saying, people need to reclaim themselves. Now they are lost.
Yes.
They need to reclaim themselves to be themselves. They need to be reclaimed.
Yes.
How should they do that?
Yes. 100%. You know what happens, and I've done that. I'm talking for something that I've done, and I know people. Some people will say, it does not work." As children, what are the key characteristics of children? Children are playful. Children are creative. Children are happy generally. Am I right? So what happens as we grow up? We are socialized.
That's correct.
To grow up, to be adults, to leave all children's stuff behind. Look at me. I was working as a senior manager in a company. That is an adult job. Now I'm in a creative industry. It's almost like, I know you're in a creative industry too. It's almost like a child's job. You see, because what I've done, I actually went back to when I was 8 years of age, and I advise people to do that test and say, class, MasterKlaas, at that age of 7, 8, what did you connect with? What did you love? You know what? You are going to be very surprised. I was floored when I remember very well that at the age of 5, I already wrote articles at the age of 5 on old typewriter. Can you believe that? So I went back to see, because you see, at those ages, everything that you do is connected to your soul, my friend. It is connected to who you were when you were born. It is connected to that. You see. So you've got to go back and rediscover that. After I rediscovered exactly who I am, I had the guts. And I actually want to use a stronger word, but I won't because it's a family platform. I had the guts to quit my job and started doing what I'm doing. That is how strong it is to go back and look into yourself. So I advise everybody, go back, and even you can ask your mom, if ever they are not too old, what did I like as a children? You see, that is where parents, we actually discourage children. If maybe they like singing, we discourage them because they need to get a proper career. You understand me? They've got to grow up, go to the university and get a proper career. I'm the living example. I left my senior paying job, and today I'm doing these things. I haven't received a cent yet. But money is not what I'm thinking about. What I'm thinking about is exactly what I'm doing this second, this minute. The impact that I'll have through sharing my experiences with your audience. So that is really what I can advise them to do. Because when you do that, forget about what society will say. I mean, imagine if I visited even my own mom. If I said, Mom, I want to leave this job and start writing books, and she would have told me that I'm smoking something. So I took a leap of faith. And now I'm vibrating at the abundant level. I'm in a situation where I'm fully comfortable within myself. All aspects of my life, what is really will come later is money. But believe me, it's not something I even think. Every night I'm thinking, when I wake up, I want to do this. I want to impact people on it's almost like I'm on a permanent holiday. And I work hard. The people that are around me, I can see I'm waking them up, because when you are at that level, my man, work does not feel like work. It is just part of what you do, what you enjoy. I mean, it's Sunday evening. You asked me to be here. It is the greatest honor I ever received.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Klaas.
Yeah.
Indeed. Let's take 1 minute break. Let's take 1 minute break,
okay,
and then after that, we're gonna come back. We just take 1 minute break, and then after that, we're gonna return back. Just 1 minute.
Excellent. Thank you.
So that you can put your camera. Right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We're having Mr. Klaas here, and I can tell you, the youth are taking notes where you are. They're taking notes where they're sitting, and I do believe that most of those that are joining are also enjoying. Let's take one more quick break, and then Mr. Klaas, try to put your camera to be in a very good way, and then after that, we continue.
I just want to keep my camera.
We thank everyone for joining. All those that are joining from different. Mr. Klaas, are you still there? I hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Yes.
That's awesome. Mr. Klaas, let's touch on our last topic as we're looking at the time. It has been said.
Yes.
It has been said the whole world, African continent, people are talking about that there's a problem in South Africa. The youth of South Africa, it's having. So, what are some of the challenges that the youth it's really facing today? Because I'm of view that the youth of South Africa is the one that they need to shape this country, run the country
Absolutely.
in the upcoming 5, 10 to 15 years. Because they're
Absolutely.
what are some of the challenges that you are actually observing that are coming around from the youth? And what are some of the possible resolutions that you think they can also be done? We are only left with about 4 minutes.
Okay, we all know the problems really, and I'll just go through them fast and then maybe give few tips that are more long run than short run, you know. We are having the problem of unemployment. We know that. We are having problem of limited access to quality education. That is huge. Economic inequality, crime rates, social issues like violence, substance abuse. Those are the issues that we all face every day, and we know that. The other side, where I think, look, it will be long term here, maybe for the parents that are forthcoming. You know, if you look at us, 90% of us are living on survival mode, are doing what I call survival mode living. And I'll explain it. Nobody's preparing children for the real world of today. We push careers against purpose, as I've said. You know, the children don't know these things as they grow up. I mean, it took me 50 years to get it to that level. Can you believe that? So by sharing, I hope I can touch somebody who's still in their 20s, you know, to do what I've done. And I've given an example previously. So the second one is that nobody spoils the gifts and blessings early for the children. You know, if you've got a child by the age of 2, believe me, if you are a good parent, you already have an idea what these children will do. I'll give you an example. Ronaldo, Messi, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, if their parents did not pick their talents at the age of 2, Maybe Ronaldo will be somewhere being an above average or below average carpenter or doctor. But today, he's one of the greatest footballer of all times. You see, so we need to start spotting as parents those talents early from our children. Each and every person that comes to this world come with a blessing or two. It is up to us to find it out early, as soon as they could talk, and start nurturing it. And then that child will be that top 10% I talked about in the world, not in South Africa only. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm challenging the people that are about to be parents to parent differently, you know. And some parents are actually scared by their children's talents early on. Some parents actually dim those aspects because we want our child to be an engineer. Why are they busy singing there? That is not a career. And the child started singing at the age of 2. If you nurture that, that child will probably be in the Whitney Houston's level and become somebody prominent. You understand me? You know. And again, my family, this thing of waiting for children to be around 12, 13, 14 and ask them what they want to be when they grow up, we must stop this. It's too late. It's too late. We as parents, we should spot it early and nudge them on what is already a God-given talent. I went back to look at my 8-year-old, and I found writing, I found author, I found presenting, I found that person. But that's not what I've been doing for the past 8 years. You understand me? So these are the kind of things in the long run that can start assisting us to solve all these massive problems we have. You know, I'm not a politician. I'm not going to say to you that we will stop crime rate next week by this amount. That is not my line. My line is to say, let's arm these kids to be abundant. And we must teach abundance, not success. Abundance and success differ like this. Success is done. It's got done. You know, I've got to buy that car, but there's a bigger one. I've got, success, keep on pushing and pushing. Abundance says, I'm who I am, and I attract everything good about my life. We must teach our children that. We must not teach our children to be successful and be better than the child next door. No, that is old stuff, because if you are abundant, you'll be one of the best. And I'm telling you, in creative industry, I'm a month old here, 2 years down the line, you must be careful. I'll be on top 1% of all people that are doing this job worldwide. Yes.
That's amazing. Wow.
So that is what it is all about, really. Yeah. From my side, thank you.
Yeah. So Mr. Klaas, as we wrap up the show, if you are given the platform, a big that is packed with youth, looking at the age between the age of 18 and 28. Number. You are given an opportunity. What would you say?
Okay, if I'm given an opportunity at a country level, say I'm a president for 2 weeks, I will give those people an opportunity to discover who they are. Maybe even through social, a social development program to just discover who they are. You see, the problem with us generally is that we don't know who we are. We think we will get happiness somewhere outside. By discovering who they are, they will start doing what they feel comfortable and what they love. Like Klaas is doing this very minute, And their motivation levels will be very, very high because they'll be doing things that they love. And you know what? The things that they love will make them lots of money. So I'll put programs that assist youngsters in a very, very welcoming way to just discover themselves at the individual level. When you don't know yourself, what do? You default in copying others. You end up being pieces of about 1,000 people, and then having lost yourself, the whole you see. So that is where I will start. To me, that is far more important than anything else, because from there, the people will start vibrating at the level that they were brought here in the world to do. I call children, a child when he's born, I call them the top of the range Maserati, because that child is faultless. And what do we do, parents and society? We start arming them with lots of negative stuff. And that is when they start losing their footing. So I will do that. I will go back. In fact, it will be two programs. The ones of a new parents, that new parenting style, and those that are already grown up, to give them a chance. Look, we won't win with everybody. If I get 20% right, that will be a success rate in terms of finding themselves, finding who they are.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely. As we are at the time is no longer on our side. We spoke about very much important things that the youth they need to know. We spoke about purpose versus career. We spoke about love and money. We spoke about how should people reclaim themselves to be themselves. We spoke about some of the challenges that the youth of the day is facing. I love the fact that you are saying that love and money, people should not confuse between the two. Money, it's money, love, it's love. People should not confuse the fact that if they love someone, they should refuse to allow their feelings to flow to someone because of money. I love how you articulate the point when we're looking on the purpose, so that people can understand also the difference between purpose and career. And some other times, there are people who are working but they don't have a purpose. Why they are working, just take all the money that they have and just throw it out and spend it out, because they are working. But they don't have a purpose. Now you're trying to make them to understand that it's a difference between a career and a purpose. If someone is having a career, which means this person can be money, but they don't have direction how to use their money because they have a career path. But there are people who have purpose, but they don't have a career. I love how you articulate it. I love how you speak and how people are living. And I also love how you are telling people that you come out of that. You come out of that. They should not allow all out of that. You are telling the people very well now. The MasterKlaas, I'm telling you, come out. Come out the world. I love what you say. And you say so much for this powerful thing that you're putting in the house. I can tell you that people have a one like, very powerful, brother. I believe that there are people that are watching, people that are listening from different parts of this country, and people that are also coming from outside the country. I see your name, say MasterKlaas. Definitely you're a master. You are tackling a very important and vital content that I believe that there are people that are watching, people that also give you opportunities. And we say we thank you so much for taking your time and coming and joining us. And then we say, welcome, my brother. I don't know if you have final words that you want to share with our viewers. How will people connect with you? How can people get hold of you? How can people give you a call? How can people book you?
Okay, yeah, people can connect. Thank you again for giving me the platform. And again, what the last takeout I want people to take, they should look at me. You know, I think you can even feel my energy, and you're probably 600 k's away from me. These things can be done. I'm not talking about things that you will need a textbook to do. You can get your mind in the best shape it has ever been, like I did, like I am right now. So if you want to connect with me, I'm on all social media platforms, but not yet on Twitter and YouTube. YouTube, I will be on as soon as my book comes out. I'm actually preparing videos for my book. We've done over 50 videos already. that will be talking about my books, which the name of my book is Emperor's Tree. The subtitle reads Transmuting Pain, Anger, Resentment, and Trauma into Power, Self-Love, and Authenticity. That is the name of my book, you know, and it's basically exactly what I've talked about today. You move from, you know, so yeah, people will find me in platforms like Instagram, TikTok, MasterKlaas. Just join me, follow me there, support me. I'm only a month old, but I will need all your support. So my purpose is to share, and share. And you have heard me. I'm not afraid to even talk about personal stuff, because I want people to understand, and I want people to go and practice those things tomorrow. You know, this is not a master's degree where you'll qualify 3 years from the line. No, you qualify today, you take one thing and implement it tomorrow, it will work. On Facebook, I'm under Klaas Mabetlela, but please support me, guys. Support me. Yes, and thank you guys for inviting me.
So as we're closing, Mr. Klaas, today is the 17th of September, 7:15. What is the word of the day? Looking at all the youth. After that, we're closing. The words of the day.
Yeah, the word of today for me, and I'm giving them this assignment. They must go and look what abundant means. You know, the word abundant, that is what I'm living with everybody. And they must start practicing that. You see, because abundance is far more than money. It's almost like, even if you have money and you don't feel abundant,